Hey guys, it's Jonathan. I have another technique for you, and this one is going to help you with getting your kids to break their bad habits. And I'll give you a clue as to what those bad habits are. It's probably the thing that you've been telling them over and over and over, and they're still not doing it. I'll give you an example that I think illustrates this whole thing really well. A mom that I was working with several years ago, her son had the bad habit of every time they would pull up to the house, he would get out of their van, leave the door wide open, sprint into the house, throw all of his stuff, book bags, shoes, all that stuff right at the floor, and just go on with his day. And no matter how much the mom tried to tell him what to do, she'd go in there and she'd say, "Don't leave the door open. Close the door. Put your stuff up." She would tell him that over and over and over. Didn't work. He'd keep doing the same thing. She even tried to punish him. She would take money away from him. She would ground him. It would work for a little while, but pretty soon that would wear off, back to the same thing. And the reason she was telling me about this whole thing is one night she forgot to check. And it was dark, it was late, they got in the house, the door was left open all night, and a bunch of raccoons got into this minivan. And not only did they get into this minivan, think about it. It's a minivan that transports kids. So every cushion, every crevice is full of food and snacks and all kinds of yuckiness that raccoons love. So these raccoons just tore through this van, digging in the cushions, looking for this stuff, shredded the entire van. So she gets up in the morning, sees this, freaks out, rages on her kid. And if it was me, if my kid did that, I don't know if I would have kept my cool. That would have been tough. But that still didn't even make a difference. The kid, after a while, and she thought, hey, this time he's definitely going to stop. It didn't work. He went right back to the same thing as soon as I got the van repaired, and it didn't happen. So what I explained to her is the reason it wasn't working, the reason that he wasn't breaking this habit is because it was being dealt with after the fact. She was coming back hours later, minutes later, didn't matter. It was later, and she was saying, next time, don't do this. Next time, do this. But it's next time. It wasn't right now. So what I had her do, which really worked, it took a little bit of time, but not that much time. What I had her do is I said, every time he forgets, he leaves that door open, he goes inside, throws his stuff down, have him start the whole thing over. Have him go back outside, get into the van, put his seatbelt on, count to 10, and then get out and do it the right way. So close the door and sit there and watch him. Make sure he closes the door, goes inside, and puts his stuff where it needs to go. Of course, that took more effort for her at first, but a whole lot less than having to repair vans and gripe at him all the time. It worked because he learned it in the context. He learned it in the natural order. He learned it with the regular cue of, I'm home, this is what I do. I need to get out and close the door. Enough practice formed a new habit, but it's got to happen in the right order. It works. It works for anything. If your kid is throwing towels on the floor after a shower, have them get back in the shower. Bedtime routine, night routine, specific little habits, whatever it is, this is how you learn. You have to learn them in the natural order of things. It works. It'll even work for you. If you have a habit, learn it in the right order, and then you can form a new habit. I even had one woman said that she tried this on her spouse, and I guess it worked. Got to be careful with that one though. I don't want to cause any fights, but it does work. All right, try it out. Let me know how it worked. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.